Our HD News reporter Hannah King shares how the department is now meeting community needs.
A dispatch will be en route.
Bryan PD is taking a new approach to respond to mental health emergencies, putting residents at ease.
The more that they are educated on the issue, the better they can handle it. So I'm with it. I think it's great.
Since April of this year, Bryan PD has had a mental health unit responding to mental health calls.
I suffer from mental illness. I have PTSD, major anxiety, major depression.
Lifelong Bryan resident Londi Campbell feels a lot better knowing this new unit is on her side.
So when the police come out, if they have knowledge on mental health, they can help us instead of just taking us straight to jail. You know, they can try to diffuse the problem.
Mental illness is nothing new to America, and obviously anytime you turn on the news nationally or locally, you see some kind of encounter typically between law enforcement and a mental health consumer.
Officer Taylor says the three on the job have the qualifications and are passionate about the role.
I mean, that was one of the key deciding factors in who they were going to pick. There were multiple officers that applied for this position within the department, but the three we picked were the three that obviously had the most drive and desire to actually get out and help people.
BPD says across the country there has been a significant increase in the awareness of law enforcement interactions with people suffering from mental illness, interactions with the potential to turn violent.
The mental health unit doesn't wear a full police uniform. They have kind of a more street look approach that's a little less intimidating for anybody really, and it doesn't necessarily make them look like a cop or an authoritative figure.
Officers now trained to further their de-escalation techniques and recognize how to communicate with someone in crisis. The goal to provide residents the resources they need.
So instead of taking these people to jail, somebody in crisis or one of these mental health consumers, we can find ways to keep them out of the jail system and find them the mental help that they need.
Leaving those in the mental health industry thankful for this new approach.
Police officers should be out here fighting crime, not fighting mental health. And that really means a lot to me, that they see the need.
The mental health unit has responded to nearly 120 calls for service involving a mental health emergency since it began just 3 months ago. They have also completed around 70 home visits and nearly 200 follow-up phone contacts. In Bryan, Hannah King, KRHD News.
The Bryan Police Department says it started the mental health unit, quote, in an effort to meet community needs in April of this year. The department says officers get extensive training and are specifically equipped to de-escalate situations to prevent violent confrontations. BPD says it hopes to reduce the number of police interactions with people experiencing an episode during a mental health call by taking a proactive approach.